Well, hello. Hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Today is July the 12th. So I hope that you've done something fun for yourself this weekend. Tonight, I'm a little bit earlier than normal, so that's a good thing. So, welcome. My name is Brenda. Well, I can't even spell. And I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So thank you for coming back to see what we're doing today, tonight, whatever time it is that you're watching it. Everything is recorded and also shared over on YouTube. So tonight, a friend asked me to do a mini card. I don't typically do that, but I enjoy seeing some of hers. So I'm going to borrow some of her inspiration, and we're going to do a mini card and an envelope. So I hope that you have a little bit of time, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So now you have to depend on captions. Sorry. Share my screen. We are still playing with the a stitched season. So we're going to use this piece of designer series paper because we haven't played with this one yet before. But we're starting with a 4 1/4, I think it is, by 5 1/2. So it's basically 1/4 of our cardstock. Pulling in my paper trimmer. No, I cut it at 4. Why did I do that? Anyway, this one's going to be 4 by 5 1/2. We are going to score it in half at 2 3/4, I believe. So we're going to park the dark. Thank you, Julie. Score it in half. And that's basically what we have to work with, this little area right here. So that is 2 3/4. That's tiny, y'all. Let's get us a piece of basic white. We've got some scrap in here. What did I say it was? 2 3/4 by 4. Whew. So we're going to go 1/4 of an inch smaller. So 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. That gives us a layer for the inside to right. 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. Gives us a layer for the outside. These little pieces are hitting the recycle. That's the layer right there. Now let's see if we can trim off one of these little trees. Oh, perfect. We're going to go right down that seam, or what I would think of as a seam. It's a little bit smaller than 2 1/2. It's at 2 3/8. I'm making sure it's right in that groove. All right. Cut. And then we're going to take that tree. So we're also going to put that in the middle of that groove. I don't really mind what the measurements are. Because that's going to go on here. And we'll stamp a sentiment right there. And then we'll make an envelope. Did I bring the stamps over? I did, yeah. Let's stamp in Secret C. What do we want to stamp? Anybody? Oh, one person's watching me. I think joyful greetings will fit in there better. So let's do that. A block. We're just going to stamp it on the bottom of this. Yes, I know it's brave, but we're going to do that. We're going to be brave. See if I can see anybody watching with us while I'm pulling that out. It's not showing me. Okay, there's my live. Now I might can see comments. Joyful greetings. We're just going to stick it right down here. Let it sit on the paper for a minute or two to soak it in. I just want to kind of to pull in some more of the secret C. All right, let's grab our bone folder and burnish that. Put our card together. It's a very basic little card. You could make a whole ton of these and stick them in your purse. You could tack your business card in there if you wanted to, if you're a demonstrator or whatever else side jobby you do. Or you could tuck a gift card in there for your family or friends who you decide to give gift cards to, because sometimes giving money is a whole lot easier than, oh my gosh, what do they want? And if you ask kids, their wants change all the time. Right, we're just going to stick this right up here. Hoping I'm not getting my head in the way. I want the same, oops, had glue on my finger. I want the same margins on the top and the two sides. So let's do it this way. There we go. And I feel like that gave that perfect right there. Let's grab some flat sentiments. I know I just had some because I cleaned off my desk. I had some extras. Let's see if you guys what's where did I put that? You know what? Let's use not them either. I'm going to use some retired ones, but that's okay. Sure, those right there work as well, but I want to use these secrecy ones. One right here. Next smallest one here. And the littlest one right up here on top of the tree. All right, that's got that. If I did, yay. All right, now you want to learn how to make an envelope for this. And then I'll show you another way to keep them with you to be able to hand them out. So it's cute. I think we can all do it pretty simply. All right, we're going to grab our Victor ruler that I absolutely love. And we are going to grab us a Post-it. And we are going to measure corner to corner diagonally. That looks like it as at 4 7/8. And we are going to add an inch. So that means it's 5 7/8. And we need to cut a piece of paper square. So whether you're going to make it be a cardstock or a designer series paper, you want to cut 5 7/8 square for that size little card. So you can do this on any little card or any card at all. I'm going to use these pretty little snowflakes. So 5 7/8. 4, 5, 6, 7. I always bring my cutting blade down here below the paper because I'm pushing my paper up against this and it's holding it straight. So that's 5 7/8. Rotate it. 4, 5, 6, 7/8. All right. And now we're going to lay this. I want this on the outside, this on the outside. So we're going to lay this here diagonally. This is going to be our top. This is going to be our bottom. Those are going to be our sides. So we're going to put our card in here. Gosh, that's big. That's okay. It's a bouncy card. And we are going to, the video I watched said to have about a 1/2 inch or a quarter of an inch gap on all 4 corners. So we're just going to bring this up because I know some of us still have the envelope punch board, some of us don't. So let's just do that. And bring this one down first and fold it. And now let's pull that out. Burnish. And then we're going to put it back in. Remembering to have about the same width or space. So now we're going to put this one. You don't want to push it right up against it. And then this one over. All right. And now I'm going to lay that to the top again. I'm going to burnish my folds. And then I'm going to open it up. And you see, might be easier to see it on this side. You see that little space right there? Right there. We're going to cut that out. Snip. Snip. And you can round it if you want to. And the same thing over here. This is where the punch board works really well, but you know, not all of us have all of those little tools. And sometimes we might not be at home where our tools are. And we want to create an envelope to go with our card. And sometimes we make cards that are a little bit too big for the standard envelopes. And now you know how to make an envelope to fit any size card. Measure it on the diagonal, add an inch, lay it on your desk at a diamond shape, and then fold up on both sides at the same time, opposite, I guess, top and bottom. Turn it top and bottom again, or side to side, whatever you choose. And there. Right, get these little pieces in the recycle. And I wanted that for my top. Fold it over, fold it over. Yes, it still fits. And so we want to put some adhesive here. We're going to use tear and tape. Slide my card out of the way so I don't stick it to it. I like to burnish my tear and tape because I feel like it makes it adhere a lot better. Peel those off. We'll slide our card back in, lay these guys down, and then that up. And then you can put a little piece of tape there, adhesive or whatever when you get ready to give it. Let's pull this out. I'm going to finish this off by tucking it in. You could cut it off if you want, but I want the finished edge like that. So then just tuck it in. And you've got a cute little envelope with a cute little mini card inside. And now it's ready to hand to someone or leave it on a table for a tip, those kinds of things. Now let me show you what my friend puts hers in. See, I have made a bunch of other mini cards that I need to take with me and share. So in the envelope, they won't fit in that, but outside of the envelope, they will fit in that little card. That little, it is a gum case. See, extra gum case. If you're standing at the checkout registers and you see extra gum in those, that's what that is. But in the envelope, it's just a tad, like it's exactly the size of the case, so it won't fit. There is you a cute little idea for miniature cards. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Let me stop my screen share. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming tonight. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Have a good night.